Ahoy! Captain Jack here, along with Billy Bones the Parrot. I told y'all welcome shipmates, YouTubers, Facebookers, and people who fell into this trap. Told you a while back I was going to make a little fun video, it's fun to me, about my most favorite instruments. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that right now. Now my camera is turning off and on, so I may have to do a little bit and then piece it together, you know, and since I'm not a film putter together person, it may be a little raggedy, and that's okay. I'm a little raggedy myself. When I was in the 7th grade, a man came around to the school, from high school. His name is Jarvis Robertson, and he was asking all the 8th graders who would like to play a musical instrument. Well, I was a 7th grader, but I had my hand up and I was saying me, 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 and I out me the rest of those people, because my parents were so nice to be able to cut back on some other stuff so that I might be able to play music. My particular side of the family is not wealthy. There are wealthy people in the family. I'm just not them. So they bought me a B-flat cornet, and started out when I first got it. Remember, I'm in 7th grade, and I noticed that Harry James and all those guys, man, they had their names on the case had their names. So I took my mother's fingernail polish and I wrote my name, which my real name is Jackie, J-C-K-I-E, and I wrote that on here. And then later on I put something on here, I don't know what it was, but it evidently ate up everything. So it was that on one side. And then I decided I might as well write on that side and be creative. Well, I found out I'm fixing to run out of space, because I didn't want the emblem or the tag here gone. So I just got around to writing J and the A. Okay? So now I'm in the 7th grade and I am learning to play the B-flat cornet, which is not a trumpet, but most people couldn't tell the difference if they had to. When I got to the 8th grade, I had pretty well learned how to play this thing. And so they asked me if I would like to come up and play with and practice with and perform with the Jacksonville High School Band. Now I'm in the 8th grade. When I was a boy, we had 2 schools. One is 1 to 8, and that's grade school. The other is 9 to 12, and that's high school. No pre-K or middle school or junior high school or none of that stuff. You were either there 1 to 8 or you were there 9 to 12. But I had got to where I could play it pretty good, so they wanted to know if I'd like to come out and practice with them and perform with them and march with them and all. And I think I said yes in a hurry. So starting in the 8th grade until the 12th grade, 5 years, I played in the high school band, Jacksonville High School Band. My band jacket has 5-year marks on it. Everybody else had 4. But I played in the Jacksonville High School Band 5 years. Sort of sounded like I failed a year or something, but no, that's not it. And we've marched up and down a lot of streets. We've been to a lot of festivals, been to a lot of parades, oh my God. Been to fairs, local fairs, county fairs, state fairs. Been in band competition. Gone a long way. Been in a little barroom brawl over in Mobile, Alabama, and the horn got bent back a little bit, but the people who got arrested and all had to pay for having it fixed. You can see that my hands have been around it so much that everything's worn away. All the finish is worn away right down to bare metal here. People have said, well, Jack, you could afford a better instrument. I said, yeah, I could. Or you can maybe afford a better case. And I said, yeah, I could. And I didn't, and I won't. I'm not gonna. We've been a long way together. Great memories. Oh man, perfect memories over this instrument. So, my first most treasured instrument from when I was in the 7th grade till now, a B-flat cornet. So now I'm going to stop this, and so I can start the camera again. Okay? Okay. Captain Jack, Billy Bones, the Parrot, will be right back with the second most treasured instrument I have. Here we are back again. A little camera adjustment. Oh man, the timbre, the tone. Oh my. This is a 1958 Gretsch Diamond Anniversary Series F-hole guitar. The F-hole here. This is the guitar that the classic Chet Atkins model was copied from. I mean, this guitar is the one who inspired the Chet Atkins model. Of course, Chet Atkins model got a lot of knobs and gears and a lot of switches and a lot of things. But this is the 1958 Diamond Anniversary Series guitar from Gretsch, and marking 75 years of building guitars. And of course, these were all hand-built, individually built here in the United States. The story behind this guitar is that I had been assigned to a restricted duty station. In 1969, we were still very much at the Cold War stage of doing things, you know. And I was assigned to a restricted duty station. Now, I can't say it was in Alaska, and that's about it. We were all secret, hush-hush. So, while I was getting ready to go up there to be assigned, I was coming off of a ship out of the Great Lakes, the Coast Guard cutter Acacia, out of Port Huron, Michigan, right across from Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. And I was getting ready to go up there, and I'm sorry, excuse me, I was not coming off the Coast Guard cutter Acacia out of Port Huron, Michigan. I was coming out of the district office, the 8th Coast Guard district office, I believe, in New Orleans, Louisiana, where I was the assistant to the Chief of Staff, Captain B.R. Henry. Anyway, so we're going up there, and my wife buys me a Yamaha Spanish guitar. And I know now today that it wasn't a Spanish guitar, they're classical guitars, but here in the South we used to just call them Spanish guitars. It was a Yamaha, it had gut strings, and along with that she bought me a Mill Bay chord book. So I've got a year way up in the middle of almost totally nowhere, seriously nowhere, seriously nowhere, and I had that Yamaha. And so trying to keep it in tune by ear alone, wish we'd had snarks in those days. But I learned a lot of chords that are really useless, you know, like an A minor suspended flats modified 12th or something like that. But that's what I did. And when I got home, my wife surprised me totally with this guitar. I have had people like Jesse Wright, a guitar picker's guitar picker. He gives master lessons. Play this instrument, and you'll never believe how it sounds in the hands of a master. It's just like, wow, just wow. So she gave me this, and it has been a true companion for those years. As you see, I am not one for keeping things buffed up. Now, were I to want to, they would send it to Dallas, they would strip it down, buff it up, do all that stuff, shine up the chrome on the pickups and all that. It looks okay to me because it looks like it's looked alike. Now, I've got no way of, you can't hear through that little microphone the tone and the timbre, the quality of the sound. So my second most favorite instrument in the world is a 1958 Gretsch Diamond Anniversary Series F-hole semi-body guitar. I still love this guitar. We're back again with Captain Jack's most favorite instruments. The first, of course, was from my horn playing from the 7th grade on, is an Ambassador B-flat Cornet. We went a lot of miles. Man, we have been to every state fair God ever put on the face of the earth and marched down Main Street in the middle of the heat, and Lordy, that was fun. I've still got my Shako here. I'll wear that someday. And in the cold and in the rain and the everything else. When everybody else was at the dance, I was in the band. I don't know how to dance today. I've never learned. I've always been sitting up on the stage, you know, da-da-da-da-da-da, bum. Okay, second most famous, of course, is that beautiful 1958 Gretsch Diamond Anniversary Series guitar. That guitar, you can't hear it, but it has absolutely pure tone, pure timbre. It is, you know, of course, it's handmade here in the United States. It is a guitar player's guitar. Unfortunately, I am not that guitar player, but I've had people play it who were that guitar player, and my lordy. The Chet Atkins guitar was modeled off of this one, off of this exact same guitar. They took it and added a lot of stuff that Chet wanted, different controls and all sorts of stuff. But this is the 1958 Gretsch Diamond Anniversary, 75-year anniversary guitar. And here is one of the newest of my instruments, probably the newest as a matter of fact, and is as precious as those two instruments are. This is a Pevey concert size ukulele. You can hold this here and talk, and I can hear me talking back. It resonates a note for a real long time. I'm sure you couldn't hear all of that. I can hear me talking to you. Uncle Raggy Ragsdale had done an article. He was down at the little music shop where everyone say call him down. Would you please come teach this young man, young lady, guitar, ukulele, man, whatever it is. And he brought one of these home. It was the only one they had. He brought one of these home, and he played it and did a review of it. And he was very impressed with it. He said, "Hey, this is a fine darn axe. This is a quality instrument." So I told him, I said, "You know, we're going to come over and see you. Denise and Jenny are going to dig around in the flower beds or the gardens or whatever you call it." And so we did. And we got over. I told Raggy if they have one, tell them to set it aside, and then I'll come pick it up, you know, when we get there. Well, we got there, and they're doing all their stuff and digging with hoes and rakes and stuff. And I have invited in the studio, the Inner Sanctum, the heart of Ragsdale Music Corporation. I mean, this is it. There's instruments hanging all over the place. There's every kind of, wow. I mean, you know, it's like walking into a music studio. I mean, a shop almost. And he's got all these guitars, and he's got all, and it's wonderful. Man, my eyes are like that. And he said he was holding this instrument, and he said the shop can't keep them. Since I did the review on them, everybody, as soon as they get one, somebody buys it, somebody buys it, somebody buys it. And so this one came in yesterday. And what I did was I stayed up most of the night. Now Raggy doesn't sleep all the his sleep patterns are different from ours. And there's reasons for that, and that's none of your business. And he stayed up to make sure it was attuned, and just checked it out totally. And he said, "Here, play it." So I picked it up and played, you know, some little whatever it was, da 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 da. And I said, it's just like you said in the review. This is an absolutely wonderful instrument. He said, "Well, it's yours." And I said, "Well, good. Let me go down and pay him." He said, "No, it's yours. You don't understand. This is me giving you that ukulele." And speechless. What am I going to say? And beside thank you, this is my this is my Raggy Ragsdale Pevey concert ukulele. I will tell you that the gift and the thought and the generosity overwhelms me now. When I talk about it now, it overwhelms me. I just don't know what to say. And it quickly became the go-to instrument. It became the one that you because it does play so pure. Now I've made one change to it, and that was yesterday. I put on the low G string, because what I play, when you get here on a standard tune ukulele, you've just run out of notes. That C is as low as you can go. Well, a lot of the things like the Danny Boy, Danny Boy, oh Danny Boy, you gotta have some more notes. If you're playing country and western, you gotta have some more notes. You're playing blues, you gotta have some more notes. That's the only change that's ever been made to this. So this is the Raggy Ragsdale Pevey concert ukulele, my third most favorite instrument of all the instruments I own. And I think just showing you the top three is probably good enough. So for Billy Bones, who is a parrot, Captain Jack, and the Raggy Ragsdale Pevey concert ukulele, adios, thanks for watching.